Hello and welcome, or welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you my detailed areas of my half of the forest floating island that I recently did a speed build on. What I was going for whenever I was doing this design was I wanted to do a witchy, very fairycore, dark fae, dark fantasy, but with forest aesthetics of a camping site. And when I placed these tents down, I thought to myself, these are so cute and they look like little witches' hats. I decided, because they were very reminiscent of that, I wanted to make sure that I brought in some witch core style designs. I wanted to keep it still very aesthetically floral, and I wanted it to feel very magical and very fairy, more so than like a potion shop. And I was trying to do more of nature opposed to built structures by like people and or those that build structures in whatever universe we want to pretend that we're in. With this design that you're seeing here, I placed down a bunch of tents, and at first I wanted to make a circle, but then I couldn't get a great background. I decided to put the clusters in the background if anybody wanted to do a design like this on their Switch or not a floating island. I always recommend using clusters. After I put this table down and I put these beautiful candles over it, I decided to myself, I don't think I want to make the area over here like a mixing station. I wanted it to feel very communal and what people would do whenever they are out camping with their friends, but more of the glamping aesthetic where it's formal and kind of the concept and idea of when you would go on safari, it would be a bit more elegant and very well thought out and designed. All of these different views that I'm giving you are more of a first-person view because I wanted you to see the space as if you were in the space, walking around the space, and I wanted to give you that immersive feeling and sensation of being more at like that first-person viewpoint level. And maybe in the future that will be an option for recording. How cool would that be? I digress. So now what we're doing is we are walking over to the area that is going to be our Fairycore potion shop with witch aesthetic as well. And then this over here, I just wanted to, whenever you're thinking of people camping, you always think of their linens and or towels or just anything that's wet and needs to dry or just freshen up outside on the hanger. So that's why I wanted to tuck that back there. Now we're gonna go over here to the potion shop as well as Ariel. I guess she is in the mood to look for, a couple of items. Maybe she's just shopping for fun. In the shop, I did a different color, so don't go away, but stayed mostly in this whole area, this half of the island for the Dark Fae aesthetic. I kept it with that magenta pink color, as well as a purple and a blue with the lime green as my accent colors. If you want to see the speed build, it's in a video posted prior to this one, but now we're going to go in the potion shop. I'm going to tell you what I was thinking whenever I was designing this area. These flowers from the Alice in Wonderland were just absolutely adorable and so lovely, and I just wanted to use them in some way. And I thought, how cute would it be with the concept of a sprite? So the fairies show in the form of flowers, and they hang out in the shop and they help people shopping. So these ones fit the best. And that's why I chose to change the color scheme in here to match the flowers themselves, because these lanterns were absolutely perfect. I didn't get to use the Milan lanterns, but I would have loved to. They didn't match my flowers, so everything is designed around that. And then I thought, how cute would it be if in this back area over here, I put a little cafe, but a pub, but I wasn't too sure. So I thought, you know what, let's do, these are life rejuvenation potions that are being brewed. And you can purchase popsicles or sorbet, and they help rejuvenate said life. So just going with kind of a silly, fun little concept like that. And then we have Sally over here, and she's shopping, and I thought, oh, how cute, she's shopping. It looks like I'm shopping. So I kind of just walked on over here, and I thought, maybe how realistic is this? And it felt pretty realistic, if you go shopping and you see your friend in the shop and you chat about a couple of things. And at one point, Sally just stops and waves at the camera. I think it's right now. It's just so cute. And I'm so glad I caught that, so I left that in. But I think that maybe sometimes the characters are programmed to wave at the camera angle, or there could have been somebody outside that she was waving to, and it could have been Belle, actually. So Belle's shopping as well. I decided to, when I did this tour, add a lot of characters in because I wanted a place to feel kind of busy, more of a hustle and bustle. Like if people are out in the forest and they live in a secluded area, that this is more of the densely populated town that everybody likes to come to hang out, eat some rejuvenation elixir sorbets together. And then this area over here that I'm showing you guys, I gotta catch up, is the kind of like a worship circle, but I wanted to tie in the new color scheme of the light fae area that I'm going to do on the other side. So that's why for the worship circle, I guess I'll call it a worship circle for now. I chose to do the yellow because I'm doing yellow and pink and the lime green on the light fae side. This area over here, the theme I was going for and the whole concept was a Dark Fae cafe. I wanted to include Ursula whenever I did this little design, and I was so excited that with that river kit, she fits in one of the squares. So I stuck her in it, put her over in the back, and I wasn't too sure what I was going to do with this area. I had a lot of ideas, but none of them really could come to fruition for me. So this idea here is I was saying, I think that a Dark Fae cafe would be really cute. It's a great aesthetic. I love everything dark fantasy, and I think a lot of people who play this game do, and there are really great dark fantasy type items in the game. I picked this as my theme, and I put down the mushroom circles, and then I added the tables and the lights above, and I wanted it to feel fairycore as well, so I added in the bubbles, and I added in a couple of little snippets and the frogs, and I really like to go in and just detail everything so that it feels very lived in, very well thought out. I mean, I'll be honest, I probably decorated on and off for over 4 hours. Just anytime I was in the car or I had a free minute here or there, I think I would just hop on and decorate for 20-30 minutes. And that's how I personally like to detail an area. I really like to just take my time and just add more and more and more. And I like to do sections and different layers. I always do jump back and forth between different areas. I do get burnt out if I focus on the same area, but I do like to get quite a decent portion of an area done. That is probably one of the things I would recommend is if you start to get burnt out on an area, go to another area, work on it, and then come back to the area that you were working on whenever you don't feel burnt out on it or overwhelmed by it, or you're excited to work on it again, because that is the whole point of decorating, is to have fun and enjoy it. And then I got a couple of little images of me sitting because I really thought that these first person views were just so charming and so cute, and they really added to the vibe I was going for, where you're just in this cute little forest area and you're about to sit down with some friends to eat some escargot. Escargot actually felt very Ursula themed for me, and I liked the color of the pan that it's in. It felt a bit more cottagecore style for dinnerware, so that's why I chose that. As well as the bread, it felt like an appropriate item for the aesthetic that I was shooting for. And last but not least, I've never done this before, but here is a final sunset tour. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions about this design, just leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, let me know by just giving it a thumbs up. And if there are any recommendations you have in the future for me to change my style of filming, let me know, because I, want to make it better for you. And we're just going to go to each and every area that I've previously showed you, but more at sunset in case anybody is curious in the sunset. So I'm just going to pop on out and let you finish this tour to the really fun music that I had so much fun finding and listening and editing to. So have a great day. Thanks guys for watching, and happy decorating!